Okay, so the lady that you see here is Joey Chavis or what is it with the last name Chavis? Is that like
Hey,
a
bruh. Red
what
flag.
is that?
It's a red flag.
What
That's
like
what it
what
is.
is that? That's a hell of a coincidence, man. But the mother of Bow Wow's daughter, Joey Chavis, is frustrated because their 12-year-old daughter does not want to go after the bag and be internet famous. The child just wants to be a normal kid and live a normal life. And so Joey Chavis, recently went live on one of these apps talking about how she wants her kid to be more like her, essentially.
Hmm.
Be willing and be want to embrace the life of being a social media star so that you can get rich and go after the bag. And the little girl is resistant to it. She just wants to be a normal kid. She ain't about that social media influencer life. She don't want to be on Front Street. She don't want to be famous like that. So there's this apparent uh fissure between the two of them. And Miss Joey here, she recently expressed how she feels about the fact that her 12-year-old daughter does not want to be social media famous. And so she went on this little diatribe talking about it. And so obviously, here on the Conscious Approach channel, we are going to discuss her comments as well as how we feel about the overall situation.
I mean, 13 and 6 months. Like, I don't know. She just does not like being recorded. She's just like, Mom, stop. Mom, stop. Every time I have to like sneak into it. And even when I sneak into it, she gets so mad. She's just like, no, I look crazy. Like, no, I look my hair needs to be done. And then when her hair is done, she's like, Mom, stop. I'm like, what's the problem? She's like, I just don't want to be recorded. Like, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to act either. And I was like, okay, like, we're not even talking about acting. I don't want to do it. It's like you and my dad are trying to pressure me into like acting and all this stuff. And I don't want to do it. Like, I just want to be a kid. I just want to go to school and like, I just want to like, be a kid and play sports and have friends and like that. I just want to be a kid. Baby girl, in my head, I'm like, girl, you're 12, you're so talented and so beautiful, and you could really be out here getting to the bag at 12. But okay, I get it. I'm not gonna pressure her. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna pressure you. That's not what you want to do, and you don't have to do it. But you guys, I don't know. Try to like comment or something, knock some sense into her. Even the last TikTok we did like the TikTok that was like, let me see you do it, right, do it, left, do it, right, do it, left, do it. It was so fun, but I literally had to beg her. Do you see her face? She looked so annoyed the whole time. I was like, wait, I hope somebody doesn't realize like she did not want to do this. She's like, I don't want to do that. I'm just like, but you taught me the dance. Like, let's do it. Yeah, I taught it to you for fun, but not for us to like be posting it and stuff. I'm like, shy.
All right. How about
Wow.
that? Uh, don't really follow this chick very much on the internet. Really, not at all. I don't even know why I said it that way. I barely know who she is. But her internet and social media activities seems to put her assets on front display quite often. Um,
Clearly, yeah.
yeah. So if I don't know if that's the role that she wants her daughter to follow down, but clearly she feels some type of way about the fact that her child just wants to live a normal life. What do
Hmm.
you make of this?
I feel like I feel like it's a sad state of affairs. I feel like it's child abuse. Um, and I don't like it. And also, this is not the internet's business, and she's making it the internet's business, and I don't like that part either. So there's nothing about this that I condone. I am all behind. First of all, you don't. If a child tells you they don't want to, be famous, that's one thing. It's like you really can't. I mean, honestly, you shouldn't be forcing your child to do anything. If they don't want to play football, if they don't want to play basketball, but damn, man, if they don't want to be famous, don't show this person to the world. That's like one of the things that's like ultimate non-privacy. And so she's doing it, she's forcing it on the child. And then now putting the child's business out there like this. And I don't care for any of it. Um, she wants her daughter to, yeah, like you said, if she wants her daughter to grow up anything, like her, a slower. And mind you, so that workout video, because I was multitasking while that was playing, so I had to make sure that I was doing research on her social media just to make sure that I know what type of content she makes. And as I see that what she's doing there with all her butt jiggling and jumping in the air and emphasizing her glutes, I'm like, so yeah, it's just all attention based. It's basically what she wanted for her daughter, that you're so beautiful, you're so talented, you're so whatever. This is what she thinks of herself, and use the internet by any means, eventually becoming an influencer and having children with somebody else who's made it in the industry. Be like your mama kind of. And I think that's where she was leaning into. And I applaud her daughter for not wanting to grow up to be a slower. That's very commendable. And nah, man, I just want to hang out with my friends. I don't know how you cannot respect that. And so for you to be so beside yourself enough to just tell the internet, and all the people in your little room or whatever, that I don't know if there's women following you. So, like who the heck, and like what is this? So again, people just putting their whole life on social media and looking at it as a career. That's wild to me. But hey, man, it is what it is. How do you feel about this situation, man? Do you condone the mother pressing her daughter like this to be an internet celebrity?
New humans, new humans. Yeah, I don't like it either. I commend young Shy
Mm-hmm.
for speaking up for herself and saying I don't like this. But it kind of seems like her mom is the type that's just going to keep pushing the issue.
Of course.
And my central point with this is I get the impression that it's not about her daughter not wanting to get to a bag by being online. I feel as though she wants her daughter to get to the bag by being online the same way she did.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what do you want your daughter? You want to turn your daughter already into an Instagram model and have her be a social media influencer, chasing around pro athletes and rappers, getting pregnant by them, and then she ends up a baby mama to a rapper or an NBA player. Like that's what you want to happen to your daughter. That's what happened to you. So I'm assuming what you want to happen to her is the same thing. The only difference is you got pregnant by a rapper, not by an NBA player. But if you kind of dig into this chick's past, that's what she does. She's a typical, she's that. She's
Mm-hmm.
cut from that cloth, hangs around those circles, dates NBA players, rappers. She dates the very type of men who almost guarantee the likelihood that you're going to end up a single mother. But that's these women have accepted that as their reality. By all appearances, they have sort of come to expect that that is the way normal life is supposed to be. So it kind of looks like her wanting her daughter to repeat in her footsteps is merely a reflection of the way that she perceives typical reality to be, which is a sad state of affairs. And I sincerely hope that the little girl does not follow in her footsteps. Why would you want your daughter to become an Instagram model, do OnlyFans, get pregnant by rappers and ballers? Like, why do you want that? Why would you want that? And that's what's going to happen. I don't give a damn. I'll say it. That's what's going to happen. But this is just weird to me. And
Mm-hmm.
the thing that's most odd is like you're getting mad because she doesn't want to do these weirdo dances and stuff and do the same thing you do in your videos. Um, conflating workout inspirational videos with just showing ass, because really all you're doing is showing your body and your ass. I don't care that you're in the gym doing workouts, you're just showing ass all day. Like you're just an Instagram model. That's really what it looks like all you are. So what if your daughter decided that she was going to become a social media influencer, but she isn't going to be doing any of this goofy stuff? She's going to, I don't know, start, creating art or something. Who knows? Like maybe she has a natural talent for beaded art or something where she starts to do art and she showcases her art on social media and she becomes famous that way. Would that suffice? Because that would be a more practical society contributing way to become social media famous if you are so hard pressed for her to become social media famous. So the only reason why I'm bringing that up is because I question what this woman really wants for her daughter. Because if it's just about her leveraging her talents on the internet, I'm pretty sure that there are other things that she can be doing to do that. But it kind of seems to me that she wants her to follow in her mom's footsteps, which is to just be, you know, a female influencer who leverages her looks and her body for attention, internet fame, and hopefully financial gain. That's kind of what it reads to me as. So I don't like it either. It stinks to me. It smells fishy. It just kind of seems like she wants her daughter to be an Instagram slore, is what it sounds like. And I vehemently disagree with that. And if there is any aspect of this kid's destiny that involves her being famous or being an influencer or whatever in any kind of way when it comes to getting to the bag with this new human weirdo stuff on the internet, I hope it's something that is more pragmatic. Make some art. I don't know. Be a public speaker. Create your own clothes. Do fashion. Something other than shaking them yams in front of the camera. So because that's kind of what it sounds like the mom is saying, is shake yams in front of the camera. Now, am I wrong?
No, no.
That's kind of what I am interpreting from that. And not that we are going to get into this because at least I wasn't planning on getting into it, but hopefully Bow Wow as her father is able to have some say in this and steer the kid in the right direction so that she does not go down that path and repeat in her mom's footsteps because they are in my opinion self-destructive footsteps.
Yeah, hopefully, man. I think most so the generation that she's coming up in is, I would say, it's younger than the kids that are, well, clearly younger, but it's a different worldview that these younger people are having than the young people. So like, was she like 11, 12 or something? So I'm
She's
talking about,
12. Yeah.
so this age group is seeing how, you know, the 18, 19-year old, 20-year-olds are acting and behaving, and they don't really jive. They're on another page themselves. Uh, and they really see what our generation, what we're doing is stupid. I mean, they can
Yeah.
see right through what we're doing, from classism, racism. It's like a whole bunch of stuff that they just do not see that we, hey, and they're like, bro, like, are y'all serious with this? So she probably looks at her mom in that and through those lenses of, yeah, right. Because I don't know how many kids are really going to turn this lifestyle down. Most of the people that I see, these parents that I see forcing their kids to do this stuff is all in for it, you know. So for her to be like, nah, I'm not, she's already got a good, base about herself to be like, nah, I'm not with it. But I also think it's a reflection of like younger people now, because from at least from what I've observed from my nieces and nephews, that's that age. I mean, they're sharp as hell, and they know exactly what we're up to. The adults, they know exactly what we're like. When I was 12, bro, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't know anything. But they've been exposed to so much already. You know, they're not 12. In a lot of areas. So for her to be like, hey man, no, I'm not willing to do that. I think that's pretty gutsy. And so yeah, I'm commending that. And I really feel like she's gonna stick to her guns on that to a degree, hopefully, and she doesn't, but her mom, breathing down her neck. I feel like secretly recording her. Why are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
That's the part about it. I was like, that's child abuse. Leave that girl alone. You know. So, I don't know, man. It's another thing about her is it's a meal ticket for her. This ain't all about she wants success for her daughter. She want to be able to eat off her daughter while she's still a minor. So, hey, girl, be famous, be in commercials, be in ads. You know, man, these meal tickets, man, it's crazy. And like you said, bro, she a part of that lifestyle. So this child that came out was an investment tool. It wasn't somebody to love, you know. So when you're dealing with this type of woman, hey, man, it is what it is, bro. So, yeah, man, yeah, new human behavior. We're not going to see the last of this kinds of stuff. I'm just surprised, honestly. You never really hear the mom of any of these people unmute and say that, hey, I'm basically forcing my kid to do this stuff, because that's been going on. But hell, it is what it is, man. So good luck to them.
Yeah. It kind of
Mhm.
seems like she's saying, I can live with her not wanting to do it, but I am very much opposed to her decision to not want to do it. And that I think is a little unfortunate. Like, we're really just saying, you know, like, what if she wants to contribute something else to the world? Like, you know, and it, like, her wanting to contribute something else to the world doesn't mean she can't get to the bag. Like, why do we have to conflate being internet famous and being a slur with getting to a bag? There's many other ways to get to a bag, but that's kind of what we are looking at when it comes to how this thing plays out, especially with people like this, people who have basically made a name for themselves off of the industry of attention, and they've been able to turn the currency of attention into actual currency, uh, which is a weird, unique skill in and of itself, but not exactly very redeemable, I would say. But it is what it is. No one really cares about what is redeemable anymore. It's just about getting to as much money as possible by any means necessary, apparently. And the only thing that I would say once again is, like, is it about the fact that your daughter doesn't want to be front and center on Instagram and TikTok? Or is it about the fact that she doesn't want to be front and center on Instagram and TikTok in the same way that you were? Because if she figures out another way for herself, or she finds her voice doing something else, like, what if she starts doing singing videos and she's posting videos on TikTok because she has a good voice? Whatever, like, maybe she just doesn't want to do it the way you did it. Maybe that's not her path. And I think that in Joey's mind, that is the path, is to show that body, show that face, make that ass clap, so on and so forth. So, shouts out to, the daughter Shy for at least having enough guts to say this might not be my path. And to be 12 years old and at that age and be able to say this might not be my path, I think is pretty cool. But
Mm.
I concur with you on these kids too, because my nephew's 13 and he might be on some new human stuff, but he's not on doing stuff like this. So
No.
thankfully. Um, it's crazy though.